Legends, welcome back to the channel. Dad's here and he's taking a look at this, the lilac purple Proton, effectively just to see if it's any good before we start spending any money on it. He's having a look underneath here. There's an oil leak that we've noticed, and there's an issue with that clutch as we discussed earlier, where it wasn't going into gear, it was juddering and all sorts of nonsense. And if you haven't seen that video on the channel, then check it out. This is the engine bay. I believe there's an issue with the master slave cylinder on the clutch. We're just going to try and bleed it to see if that will solve the issue, because sometimes they get airlocks when they've been stood. I'm not holding out confidence for that. And then we're going to look underneath it just to see if it's rotten or if it's good to sort of maybe have a little bit of welding or some sort of issue to go back on the road. So obviously Dad's the mechanic, I'm the guy that makes it look good. And you can see that overall the paintwork, again I haven't cleaned it yet, but overall the car's looking good. Very windy today. This one's now back on the road. I say back on the road. I've fixed the suspension that was broken, or Dad's fixed it, to be honest. We've got this one jacked up, and we shall see. Dad's currently taking the airbox off to get to that cylinder. It's one of those things, and this is the colour of the car. You can see it's like a lovely, the previous owner described it as a blue, but it's not a blue, it's a purple, and the actual Bergen paint code is purplish grey, so even they think it's purple. Let's take a look at that air filter while we've got it off. Clean as a whistle in there. It's like the start of a 90s dance video. Look at that. Right, so we've tried to bleed it. It's not bleeding. Dad is confident that the now let me get this right. What is it? Master cylinder is no good. But the good news is, being the guy with all the Protons, I've got one in stock. Dad's going to fit it for me, which is awesome. Should go find it. Should have it. It's in my list of things I've got. Yeah, here it is. Clutch, cylinder, master, MB 012276. We'll get it out of the box. This is the new one. This is the new master cylinder. We're taking the airbox out and go get some brake fluid. New master cylinder, brake and clutch fluid, pot to put your stuff in, airbox is out, and we're currently slackening off these bolts in the bulkhead to get the master cylinder out. And the reason we know that it's faulty and broken is we've tried to bleed it and absolutely nothing's coming out the bottom. There's your airbox. There'll be a job for me in a minute, which is scrambling under here, I think. I'm getting in there. There is the old one. Actually, you can see that somebody's had a go at doing something to it, because it's full of hydraulic fluid and it's wet, but the car's been off the road for 2018 and you can see that it's not been loved or looked after, so clearly might be the reason that it's off the road. So the old cylinder is out. There's this sort of paper gasket thing here which is not with the new one. They look the same, they are the same, it's a Proton thing. I will just double check the box to make sure it's not in there. But that's where it goes, as you can see, clearly through the bulkhead, and actually if you used to look through there you can see into the driver's footwell. So it goes up and under here. Very windy again, I can only apologise. But there's a washer in here and it goes sort of up and through there, look, you can see the hole. Okay, fine. Getting there. Hopefully that will solve the problem. The running problem, maybe it won't, we don't know yet, but I think that's probably what the issue is. And you can see there the lovely purple colour of the car. Purplish grey. That's what the colour is. Old one, new one. I suspect the seals have gone. So the new cylinder is in, it's attached inside with the split pin that goes through the bulkhead and attaches it to the clutch pedal. We're just installing it now, screwing it to the bulkhead. Got all our bits and pieces in a pot. Hopefully this is going to solve the running issue. I'm sure there'll be more issues that we find, but as a quick sort of 20-minute job, hopefully this solves the problem. Right, well, she's in place, so time to put the brake and clutch fluid in, wiggle it about a bit, make sure it's not leaking. Now this is a job for the apprentice, so I've got to go and push on the clutch pedal, push and keep it down. Right, let's do it. So I'm depressing this while Dad's bleeding it. That's firm. It's absolutely firm. I have. So we've bled it once, and you'll see from all the stuff that came out of it in a minute, it's just full of crap basically. So we're going to bleed it again. So that's second time round, and that is what came out of the system. So definitely worth bleeding. I'm going to top it up, clean it all up, and put it back together, and then fingers crossed, hopefully that solved that problem. And as far as I'm aware, mechanically that is what was wrong with this car. New system's in. Time for the airbox. You'll see that it's a bit wet. I've just tipped a load of water down there just to clean all that brake fluid off, because we don't want that really sitting on the bodywork. Refit the airbox, and then I think the next thing will be fire up. Okay, moment of truth. Car is started, it's back together, ticking away nicely. That Magma engine, you can see the new master cylinder. I'm not going to shut the bonnet yet because there's an issue with this wiper arm, so I need to do that a bit cautiously. But I'm going to put it into gear, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to move. By the way, on private land, my own property, in gear. There she goes. She moves. Cool. Job's a good one. Just going to try forward. Yeah. Forward. Backwards. New master cylinder fitted to a Proton Saga 1.5. Job's a good one. One fault down.